All right, folks, lunchtime, McDonald's. And by the way, right now, any size soda, only $1. And hopefully the Penguins will have more than only one goal tonight when they're at the Canadian Tire Center taking on the Ottawa Senators. It's Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final. And joining me now, before we all sit back and enjoy it on the NBC Sports Network, is Greg Diolis of Vantage Management Group. Justin Schultz, who left Game 2 with an upper body injury, may not be in action tonight, so they could be calling on Mark Streit, and they're also going to be counting on Ron Hainsey, another defenseman, to step it up tonight. And Greg, when you look at Letang, Daly, and Schultz, they are the puck movers on this team, and you can ill afford to lose any of them, but Schultz now going down and possibly not being there, and you've got Rust and Hornquist, who are so important to this team as well, that are day to day. It is going to be a monumental task tonight, but the defense is definitely going to be called upon to hopefully, thwart those Ottawa Senators who do defense as good as anyone else, led by their captain and defenseman, Erik Karlsson. So let's talk defense as the Penguins get ready to drop the puck against Ottawa tonight.
Yeah, Rob, I think it's even more scary when you think about, the Penguins' power play. In Game 1, they had 5 power plays, didn't score. But they were effective. They did move the puck. They got some shots. They had the puck in Ottawa's end for a long time. So they were okay with regard to that. Only one power play the other night. But now you're looking at a situation where maybe Ottawa's gonna look to take even more advantage, take some extra runs at guys because they don't have the fear of the power play because the Penguins don't have a quarterback now at the top end of the power play to really get the puck moving a little bit. We're probably going to see a situation where maybe you're going to move a guy like Malkin to the point. Could be what is going to be resolved for the power play, but purely on defense, the Pens have had that next man up attitude all along, and they've been okay defensively, but those guys get awfully tired as this series wears on because there have been a lot of hits in this series.
When you think of defense, you think of a lot of variables, but one of them is when you're in your own end without the puck. I mean, this is where they're going to be called upon. And the thing of it is, you're playing a team that really is not known for their offensive strength, so you have an opportunity. But because it's been such a low-scoring contest thus far, very few goals scored, you're going to have to make every situation that you're in like that count. So this defense is going to have to remain focused the entire 3 periods tonight.
I agree with you, Rob. It's tough when you have to be in a situation where, these big guys that eventually are moving the puck out of their own end, and the way Ottawa plays with that basically neutral zone trap kind of thing where they're looking to almost counterpunch, just kind of get a steal of a puck and then come back at you with an on-man rush. So these guys have to be very cautious with the way they move the puck, and the Penguins aren't known to be cautious with the puck. They're always kind of, freelancing this thing with a little bit of a swashbuckler attitude where they're getting the puck to the offensive end and trying to score goals, and if they give up one here or there, they've always been okay with that because they've been able to answer. But right now, it looks like a low-scoring series.
And what Coach Sullivan said when asked about possibly juggling lineups, he said, no, it's all about a collective effort. They know what to do. It's playoff hockey. They've all been there before. Just do your part and do it as a team, and we'll be successful. I think that's the best way to explain what they need to do.
Almost, Rob, if you're observing, he's almost feeling like I don't need to overcoach. I got them to where they are right now. I'm not going to really monkey around with this thing. Don't try to fix something that isn't necessarily broken, even though the numbers as far as putting pucks in the net aren't there. I still felt like they had a lot of offensive productivity as far as getting the puck into the Ottawa end, keeping it in that end, and the old theory, the best defense is a good offense. So as long as we can keep the puck on that end of the ice, I think the Penguins are feeling like, well, they're not going to score from 160 feet away.
NBC Sports Network tonight, Canadian Tire Center, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final. Pens and Senators tied at a game apiece. Greg Diolis, Vantage Management Group on the Comcast Sports Line. Thank you, Greg. Good afternoon.